Clearance delivery, Pilatus 456, Tango Papa, ready to copy IFR.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Clearance delivery, Pilatus 456, Tango Papa, ready to copy IFR.
Frontier Flight 3823, contact Portland approach on 118.1.
Switching to Portland approach on 118.1, Eon Frontier Flight 3823. Seattle Center, Frontier Flight 3823, 7000.
Frontier Flight 3823, radar contact.
Hello, happy Sunday to everybody. Hope you guys are doing good. And today we're going to be doing a second attempt because yesterday I tried to get close to Mount Saint Helens and I actually screwed up. I actually searched the town of Mount Saint Helens and not the actual natural beauty of the volcano. So hopefully today we're going to get close to it. Let's get started. All right. I need to open up the sound to the sim. Okay, now you guys should hear it. And let me make sure that this is also
Frontier
working.
Flight 3823, proceed direct trail. Cleared for the ILS runway.
Yeah, we're being
10
injected.
left approach. Descend and maintain altitude 2300 until established.
Okay.
Descending to 2300. Cleared
Let me
for the
just check
ILS
over the
runway
airplane
10
real
left
quick.
approach. Frontier Flight 3823.
It's about a 45-minute flight. We should be good. Just checking everything with the aircraft.
Frontier Flight 3823, contact Portland Tower on 123.775.
Over to Portland Tower on 123.775, Chi-Chi. Frontier Flight 3823.
Let me move this down. I moved this camera thing. Now it's all out of whack. Hold on a second, guys. So now we go. Remove the engine covers. That cover. Let's move the chocks. Get back in the plane. Okay guys, let's set up our fuel. Okay. Okay, flaps are up, mixture's in, pull back on the throttle, take off position on the trim, the fuel selector's in the middle, it looks like you always should have. When you take off or land, it should always be in the... Okay, that's good. Now, let's go and ask for our clearance. Clearance, November Charlie Juliet 472, requesting a VFR clearance to KKLS out of Portland.
November Charlie Juliet 472 cleared VFR to KKLS. Maintain VFR at or below 1500 feet. Departure on 118.1 squawk 3612.
Clear for VFR to KKLS. I'll maintain a VFR at or below 1500 feet. Departure is going to be over on 118.1 and I'll squawk 3612. November Charlie Juliet 472.
Portland clearance. Runway 10 left is good to go. I'd rather have the Herms 5 departure available, please.
November Charlie Juliet 472, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9 when ready.
Contact ground on 121.9 when ready. November Charlie Juliet 472. There we go, 3612, and that's on. Make sure all that's set up. They don't give me much space. Turn. We're gonna see if we can turn this puppy. 'Cause I don't think I can do a pushback. Let's try it. Let me just see something. Ramp, November Charlie July 472 would like a pushback. Let's just see. I'm trying something.
Ground to flight deck, tug and route, release parking brake when ready for pushback.
See if they actually bring me something. Or are they just talking a bunch of hot air? I could probably spin this around, but I'm just playing around right now, guys. Oh, here he comes. I be dumb. Comes through the wall, but that's okay. Let's just get a little bit of a pushback.
5 has been inserted. Just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
Go ahead and push back. November Charlie Juliet 472. Actually working.
Release parking brake when ready. Starting pushback. Ground to flight deck. Cleared for engine start and sequence.
Ground, a ramp, please stop pushback right now for November Charlie Juliet 472.
Emergency stop of pushback initiated. Set parking brakes. Ground to flight.
Brakes are set. November Charlie Juliet 472. Thank you. Well, that kind of worked.
Ground to flight deck. All done. Safe flight. See you next time.
Okay. I'm actually kind of impressed how that was. Considering he came through the wall, you know, the building, but that's okay. So, I'm not going to rush myself today. I'm just going to kind of take my time and just kind of check out things. So, what I want to see is here. I look at my airport for Portland. So if I'm going too slow for you guys, I apologize. It's just something I'm just trying to absorb. This is all good. You know, okay, here you can set the radio frequencies, runway. Okay. I have these conversations. People come to my stream thinking, "Oh my God, I'm going to do all this magic wonders," and from the beginning, I said, I'm going to take it from the very beginning of my journey throughout the whole flight sim, right? So if you guys don't like it, that's fine. I understand you guys want to see more action, whatever, but this is more of a channel for me to actually grow and kind of share with the community on an authentic basis. So okay, so this is my, what's this called? Charts. So I want to see the airport here. What's up, Switch? How are you? How you been?
Portland clearance.
Like I said, I'm just sitting here chilling, right?
Correction, 8.
People don't like it. Oh well.
Looking for clearance to Vancouver.
I'll be right back. I gotta turn this fan on before I burn up here. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Hopefully my noise cancellation is preventing the noise from the fan from entering. So, where are we? For a foodie weekend. You're just gearing up. You know the weekend, well, you're over on West Coast, so we're currently at we're at 2:45 Eastern time. So you're, if I remember, you're over on the West Coast. So yeah. You're thank you for that. The best coast. You never hear about the North Coast or the South Coast. Well, the North I can see not having it. And then the South, it kind of is a coast from Texas, right? Let's see. Something to think about, guys. That's something y'all should ask AI. Why there's only East Coast and West Coast. Jeez. Wow, Switch. So here I am drinking hot chocolate in one cup, and then I'm wondering why I'm burning up because I got two computers going. I don't know. My logic sometimes doesn't make sense. But okay. So let me enough playing around. Let me just go over here. Okay, so we're going runway 28. So we're gonna go up. Really, I can just flip around. Yep, that's good. So checking something else out real quick, guys. Oh, by the way, Switch, I liked your videos on when you were playing open beta for Battlefield 6. Doing this in VR hurts your neck. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so all right, guys. I've been playing around too much here.
The pushback. Please abort push.
Now they're just copying me because I asked for a pushback. They're all copied. Ground November Charlie Juliet 472 would like clearance to runway 28L. That not, did my frequency get jacked up again? Nope. Let's try it again. Ground November Charlie Juliet 472 requesting taxi clearance to runway 28L. I've heard about that. That's sad. What were the hackers doing exactly? I just heard some like noise. Huh. Okay, something's not right with ground here. Hey, ground. Are you back from using the restroom or going to get a cup of coffee? November Charlie Juliet would like to, 472 would like to actually go start his taxi clearance over to 28L, and I don't want people yelling at me. Wow. Oh my god, I hate that. Radio check for November Charlie Juliet 470. What happened to my comms? It just died. Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to do a new flight. Everything just went. Yeah, let me check something. Oh, when it actually came unplugged from my DAC. Okay, we're good now. Now I gotta ask for clearance again. Since I started a new flight. Clearance November Charlie Juliet 472 would like a VFR over to KKLS.
November Charlie Juliet 472 Portland clearance. On departure, maintain VFR at or below 1500 feet. Departure on 118.1 squawk 5347. Expect runway 10 right.
Clearance, can we use runway 28L if possible?
November Charlie Juliet 472, runway 2A is not available. You are cleared to use runway 10 right.
Copy that. Can you, okay. So on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1500. And departure is going to be on 118.1 and squawk 5347. Expect runway 10R. November Charlie Juliet 472. They changed everything, so. Of course, we're not going to keep.
Juliet 472, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.9er.
Ground will be on 121.9. November Charlie Juliet 472. Oh well. I was so looking forward to using runway 28L. So now, let me just make sure I got this. Okay, let's set this up. Why? No, wait, why? What am I doing here? What am I doing? I'm screwing this all up. Okay, there we go. Now, so we're looking for 10R. Oh my God, it's on the other side of the world. Okay, and one more thing before I release those park and brake. We're gonna go down. They wanted you to do a barrel. No, no. Why do you? Oh, because I was going off on my little comment. Now, somebody yesterday, it was similar. Somebody yesterday, some little kid was like, "You're not doing this and this." I'm like,
Portland International FedEx 2.
I was like, chill. This is a chill stream.
We are looking to get our IFR clearance down to Los Angeles International.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Clear to Los Angeles, Cascade 4 or 5, Dennis files.
I'm sorry if it's not like at their pace at like me playing Fortnite, right? People playing Fortnite, you know.
8.1, squawking 2128, expecting runway 28 left. FedEx 254 heavy, thank you.
FedEx 254.
Ground November Charlie Juliet 472 would like taxi clearance out to runway 10R. And if you can turn on the pathway lights for me, greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see if this works. Day Intentions has some pathway lights.
Runway 10 right via Alpha. Pathway lights will be turned on for you. Contact tower on 123.775 when ready for departure.
We'll contact tower on 123.775 when ready for departure. November Charlie Juliet 472. Yeah, man. I can do all kinds of things. They can even send out a little follow me car. Let's see. So let's get out of the plane. There's some, yeah, there's, see the blue dots right there? More, you can see it better on this side. Well, they have the basic one, right? And that's native to the sim, where there are those blue arrows. But Say Intentions can also do that as well. They're getting good at injecting other things into the sim. Planes. I'm excited to see the GA planes, so when I'm back at Leesburg or my little small airports, now I won't feel as lonely.
Northwest 142 requesting taxi to runway 3.
They got a little app on the phone now that you can actually monitor your flight. You can also set it up so you're downstairs doing the laundry or something on a long flight and it gets down to the TOD. You can actually pause the sim so you can come back and resume it. Oh no, I wish. No, that'd be cool. Okay, let's go. Let's go fly. I just strap some flashlights onto your plane. Nice LED flashlights. You'll be fine.
Ground Delta 1209er, taxi to parking.
Delta 1209er, taxi to parking via Charlie 6, Charlie Foxtrot Echo, Echo 5.
Charlie 6, Charlie Foxtrot, Echo, Echo 5, Delta 1209er.
Yes. Can you actually experience what you did, the IRL, in like the broadcasting 3 times in 2 seconds? Can you actually do that in the sim?
Ground, Alaska 2195, ready for pushback and engine start.
Alaska 2195, Portland ground, pushback
oh
and
my
engine
God.
start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved, Alaska 2195. Ground, Alaska 2195, holding at Kilo
Well, you
1,
know,
ready for departure.
times are hard. We gotta, the electric bill's much higher now. So, you know, we gotta save energy. Forget about the safety of the pilot, the plane, and the people.
Delta 24,
Actually,
ready for push and
the
start.
pilot, the people, and the plane.
Push and start approved, Delta 2458.
Did you guys hear about the pilot that was arrested? The captain that he didn't want to do a blood test to prove that he wasn't drunk, and people were smelling the alcohol. It's crazy. I mean, if there's nothing to worry about, he should have just asked for it, you know,
maintain 16,000 departure on
test, but
126.9er, squawk 1124, and expect runway 10 right for departure, Southwest 269. Southwest 269, read back correct.
well, did the airlines? It was Southwest that he worked for, right? Because they wanted to hold him and do their own testing on him as well before they turned him over to the police, so that they could make a decision whether or not they were going to can him. Yeah, he's dunk all right. I don't think he's going to be flying anytime soon. November Charlie Juliet 472 requesting permission to cross over runway 21. Oh, me too.
November Charlie Juliet 472, cross runway 21 approved.
Crossing runway 21 approved. Well, mine, the thing that gets me in trouble is the autocorrect on the phones. So. Okay, so those blue lights were jacked up. Maybe I can fix that with their, with the Say Intentions taxi tuner. See, the thing with me, with autocorrect, is it'll autocorrect it and I don't slow down and I just hit send. And then it goes off to the world, internet, and bad things happen. Is this a generic plane? Let's see. What plane is that? There he goes. Good Lord, they put me on the other side of the runway. Ground's just messing with me today. Renduxy! Yep. I'm finding that to be the case. I think it's larger than Dulles Airport. Because you people on the West Coast have to have your large airplanes, your heavies.
Southwest 75, Portland International Airport ground. Push and start approved. Tail northwest.
Push and start approved, Southwest XM5.
Yeah, I figure if we go down, we'll just go down in the center of the volcano of Mount Saint Helens. Hopefully we can drift that far. Now I'm gonna try to climb up to 10,000. All right, so we're 123,775. So let's flip that over. Okay. Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472 is holding short of runway 10R, ready for departure.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Portland Tower, runway 21, winds 360 at 3, cleared for takeoff.
Winds 360 at 3, clear for takeoff, November Charlie Juliet 472. I don't think I have a long enough runway to take off. I think this is too short of a runway. I'm kidding. You guys are like, what the F did this guy's... Alright.
TBM 23 Golf, welcome to Portland. Contact ground on 121.9er. Ground on 121.9er, TBM 23 Golf. Thank you, good day. Air Canada 266, welcome to Portland. Contact ground on 121.9er. Over ground on .9er, Air Canada 260.
Okay. Anybody know what that white mountain is to my, like, 11 o'clock? The white. No, I know, but I know it's snow, but do you all know what mountain that is or what top hill mountain that is? Interesting.
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact departure on 118.1.
Contacting departure on 118.1, November Charlie Juliet 472. Departure November Charlie Juliet 472, currently at 1,000.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Portland departure, radar contact.
Well, at least he saw us. Departure November Charlie Juliet 472 at 1,300. Would like to climb to 10,000.
November Charlie Juliet 472, climb and maintain 10,000.
Climb and maintain 10,000, November Charlie Juliet 472.
Delta 2171, contact Seattle Center on 124.2.
Over to Seattle Center on 124.2, Delta 2171.
All right, let's see if we can get this bird to climb. Indeed.
Approach, Southwest X75, request 3,000 feet.
I think this is Mount Saint Helens over here. I'm not sure.
Maintain 3,000 feet.
It's a bacon.
3,000 feet, Southwest X75. Confirm that's vectors for 10 left.
Nice. Enjoy your bacon. Thank you. I'm trying. You know, me as the old timer, you know. Let me put my Bush radio, because there's supposed to be a tour, but I don't know. I think the tour's right on it, right over.
Portland approach, Delta 675, 10,000.
Delta 675, radar contact.
Stuff like this is what keeps me young.
Altitude restrictions canceled. Maintain VFR altitudes.
You know, if I crash and burn, oh well. At least I had fun doing it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we just chill. I just brought back the flaps. I realized I had never retracted my flaps. Now we should be going up. I'll let you guys enjoy the view. Look at that.
American 2450. Climb and maintain flight level 280. Climb and maintain flight level 280, American 2450.
You guys, Brindexy and Switch, you both
American
need to give me the coordinates of where you live so I can fly over. I'm just kidding. I would never do that to my viewers.
2135, American 2450. Good day.
It's nice having a streaming box where the CPU usage is very minimal. I'm actually going to take some screenshots. I can't wait for the plane spotter app to come out so I can set that up. I like doing plane spotting, so hopefully with the injections and stuff like that, it'll look much better. Actually, no, I take that back. Apparently, St. Tensions doesn't let you use the injection traffic to do plane spotting. So I would just have to rely on, native sim traffic, which I guess is fine.
Northern approach, RV624 Sierra Tango requesting cancellation of.
Let's see where we're at.
Following 624 Sierra Tango. Northern approach. RV624 Sierra Tango, can you close my flight plan, please? Northern approach at this time, can we also cancel our...
Now I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to assume that the likelihood of icing occurring around where I'm going, around in this area, is much higher than if I was flying on the East Coast in the summertime. But I've also been told what I've learned is, even though it's really hot outside, 85, you could still get into icing situations. They were actually going to go pretty much center over the center of Mount Saint Helens, and then turn west. So yesterday, my mistake on Duxie was that I actually chose Mount Saint Helens, the town, and not the actual volcano. How rude of those two states to be inflicting their moisture onto your area. You both are in California, correct?
Portland approach, southwest 3293, 10,000.
Southwest 3293, radar contact.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, I don't need to know exact location. Yeah, like I said, I'm not into prying into people's privacy. Try to keep it chat friendly, community friendly. So Switch, what have you been flying
United
lately?
644, 10,000.
United 644, radar contact.
We're getting there. Okay, I'm gonna check those out. PC-24 and PC-12. Sweet. We get up to 10,000, level off. Now we should be able to start seeing Mount Saint Helens. This is a first for me, so kind of excited. And a first for me to be actually on the West Coast. Love the popcorn, love the popcorn.
Alaska, 1144.
Of course, I gotta be careful. I had some dental work last week. This summer, I've been at the dentist's office like 3 times. I told the dentist, I said, I'm gonna have to get some type of membership program.
Up to flight level 240, Alaska 1144.
So I gotta be careful on popcorn, because last time I was eating some pretzels and I broke part of my tooth. But I got it fixed. There we go. We're gonna drop down and watch our speed. Okay, here we go. And now I need to pull this mixture. Let's lean it out. So question for you guys. Higher the altitude, the more lean you want to go on your mixture. Cool. Look at that view.
Helicopter, November 624 Delta Whiskey.
I gotta take another picture here. Let's make some good backgrounds.
4 Delta Whiskey, O navigation. Seattle Center 128.15, 18 remain. United 644, proceed direct trail. Cleared for the ILS runway 10 left approach. Descend and maintain altitude 2300 until established.
Down to 2300, cleared for the ILS runway 10 left approach, United 644.
Does Mount Saint Helens have snow on it year-round? I think it probably would. Let's see here. Let me see where my bush radio is at. How's that bacon? Okay, the tours are going to start when we go over Mount Saint Helens. Somebody from Bushtalk Radio put a word together. So if you go to Bushtalk Radio,
123.775.
nice.
Over
Now, do you cook it
Portland
on the
Tower,
grill?
123.775, Sergeant. United 644.
How do you do your bacon? On the PFT.
Well, we already got cleared to pass overhead the airport, so we're kind of in the Charlie airspace, 401 Alpha Sierra.
So Renduxi, what does that do for me?
Starship 1 Alpha Sierra, maintain VFR altitude.
I love it. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I was like, PFT? Man, Blitz, you're making me hungry now. So the original summit of Mount Saint Helens was 9677 feet, and it lost, apparently the eruption in 1980 removed that original summit. Wow. So it's down to 8365. That's what AI Google's telling me. I was curious to see how the PFT, the synthetic vision, was going to show me. Kind of cool. So I cheated. today, I didn't use SimBrief. I actually just used the world map in Microsoft Flight Simulator to plan my flight, and then I just went over Mount Saint Helens and said I want that as my waypoint. That way I don't have to calculate the coordinates into DMS and put that into SimBrief. So the question is, cleaning the mixture on a G1000 equipped aircraft involves using the engine indication. ESI to monitor the engine temperature. EI. Oh, cool. Thank you for that, Renduxy.
Zulu Echo, contact Portland Hillsborough Tower on 119.3.
119er, decimal 3 November 130 Echo.
So I'm curious to see what's going to happen, if anything, when we fly over this. But I don't think, I think it's the other peak.
Mount Saint Helens is an active stratovolcano located in Skamania County, Washington, in the Pacific Northwest region of the United States. It is 50...
Ooh. Did I screw that up?
Jacob Zimmerman House was the home of Jacob and Lena Zimmerman, German-American settlers who came west over the Oregon Trail in 1851 to what became Multnomah County in the U.S. state of Oregon. Built in 1874, the house was part of a 600-acre dairy farm. Members of the Zimmerman family lived on the farm from 1870
oh my God, what's going on?
1992. The house and 1.58 acres were added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1986. In 1994, the city of Gresham began land acquisition and planning for a 5.98-acre public park, Zimmerman.
Something's wrong.
Portland departure, good evening, Scott 730.
There we go.
Delta 2500.
We should be getting the tour here.
I'd like to pick up flight following to Hillsborough.
Skyhawk 730 Alpha Delta Portland approach, squawk 6515 and ident.
Farm, with the house as its centerpiece. The city, which
6515
owns the land, and the Fairview
Rock.
Mount Saint Helens is an active
Skyhawk 0 Alpha Delta
There we
radar
go.
contact Portland altimeter
in the
3012.
Pacific Northwest region of the United States. It is 50 miles northeast of Portland, Oregon, and 96
I'm still
miles
trying to get
south of
used to that.
Seattle, Washington. Mount Saint Helens takes its English name from the British diplomat Lord St. Helens, a friend of explorer George Vancouver, who made a survey of the area in the late 18th century. The volcano is located in the Cascade Range and is part of the Cascade Volcanic Arc, a segment of the Pacific Ring of Fire that includes over 160 active volcanoes. This volcano is well known for its ash explosions and pyroclastic flows. Mount Saint Helens is most notorious for its major eruption on May 18, 1980, the deadliest and most economically destructive volcanic event in U.S. history. 57 people were killed, 250 homes, 47 bridges, 15 miles of railways, and 185 miles of highway were destroyed. A massive debris avalanche, triggered by an earthquake of magnitude 5.1, caused a lateral eruption that reduced the elevation of the mountain's summit from 9,677 feet to 8,363 feet, leaving a 1-mile wide horseshoe-shaped crater. The debris avalanche was up to 0.7 cubic miles in volume. The Mount Saint Helens National Volcanic Monument was created to preserve the volcano and allow for the eruption's aftermath to be scientifically studied. As with most other volcanoes in the Cascade Range,
that is pretty cool.
Mount Saint Helens is a large erupted cone consisting of lava rock interlaid with ash, pumice, and other deposits. The mountain includes layers of basalt and andesite through which several domes of basalt lava are. The largest of the basalt domes formed the previous summit, and on its northern flank sat the smaller Goat Rock dome. Both were destroyed in the 1980 eruption.
For lower flight level for Channel 56.
That's pretty cool, though. Wow. Do a print screen there. Make sure we come down. Thank you, Renduxa, for that.
November 1, Whiskey Juliet, request Bravo clearance.
November 1, Whiskey Juliet, say again your request.
November 1, Whiskey Juliet, request clearance for the Bravo airspace.
"20 nautical miles at 8,000 feet. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I bet you having a some type of force feedback yoke or stick, you could probably experience it a little bit better.
Portland departure, not seeing you on radar. Cycle your transponder and ident again for me.
Still the bumps. I thought it was actually going to be a lot bumpier. Probably in the fall, this place is like crazy because of the contrast of the systems when the colder air comes down. You know, just looking at this, I say to myself, there's a lot and a lot of unused land. Oh, I agree. I agree.
Flying to Hotel India Oscar 13 Zulu Echo. Evening 13 Zulu Echo.
13 Zulu Echo, contact Seattle Center on 124.2.
It's like when I used to fly out to Utah for work.
4.2, 13 Zulu Echo.
And into Denver, between Utah and Denver, I always liked the scenery. But man, there's always turbulence. You know, I always assume there's going to be turbulence. So if it doesn't happen, it's just a better day. Now this in VR would probably be amazing to look out the window.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Southwest Washington Airport at your 2 o'clock, 13 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Have a good afternoon.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Will's Squawk VFR. Thank you. Good afternoon. Bye. Bye-bye.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Squawk VFR. Good afternoon.
So what do you do for sound? Like the immersion of the sound? Is there anything special you guys do when you're using VR to get the audio? Kind of like that, like surround spatial type of sound? Okay. $7 miles. Nice. down. Bank to the right. Pretty easy. We're gonna do this in the winter time when you guys have
Nuclear
snow.
Power Plant was a pressurized water reactor nuclear power plant in the northwest United States, located southeast of Rainier, Oregon, and the only commercial nuclear power plant to be built in Oregon. There was much public opposition to the plant from the design stage. The three main opposition groups were the Trojan Decommissioning Alliance, Forlorns on the Board, and Mothers for Peace. There were largely non-violent protests from 1977 and subsequent arrests of participants. The plant was connected to the grid in December 1975. After 16 years of irregular service, the plant was closed permanently in 1992 by its operator, Portland General Electric, after cracks were discovered in the steam generator tubing. Decommissioning and demolition of the plant began the following year and was largely completed in 2006. While operating, Trojan represented more than 12% of the electrical generation capacity of Oregon. The site lies about 12 miles north of St. Helens, on the west bank of the Columbia River.
Is this the Columbia River that we're coming up on? If I had to guess. Okay, let's make sure. Okay, make sure we're the selectors in the middle. That's there. Pops up.
Cessna 3240 Papa, going base at 3,500 feet.
Cessna 324 Sierra. Papa, Portland departure, stay request.
First stage of flaps.
Cessna 3240 Papa, request for localizer DME 1.15 approach at Scapos Airport, Kilo Sierra, Papa Bravo.
Was a major slow-moving landslide in the East
For localizer DME 1.15 at Scapos Airport, Cessna 3240 Papa.
Through 1999. The disaster ended up being one of the worst urban landslides in United States history in terms of cost. The landslide is one of the most notable in Washington state, which has many landslides due to its mountainous
Air
terrain.
Canada 567,
The
contact Seattle Center on
Banyan landslide was the
121.35.
first landslide disaster in the United States that the Federal Emergency Management Agency declared an official disaster area. The 80 acres Aldercrest residential neighborhood was completed in 3 phases.
Okay, that just freaked me out. That turn just freaked me out. It looked like the mountain was. I'm going to slam into the mountain.
Landslide that may have occurred during the
Let's see.
Messina floods 15,000
I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of cool.
ago. Approximately 2 to 14 million years ago, the Columbia River deposited
Holy
gravels, sands, silts, and clays and are known as the Troutdale Formation. In the area of the landslide, along a northwest-southeast trending ridge about 1/2 mile east of Interstate 5, the Troutdale Formation ranges from approximately 40 to 500 feet.
Pretty amazing. I've never seen that
was
view
deposited
in real
on a
life.
much older, near-shore marine sedimentary deposit known as the Cowlitz Formation.
Pretty neat.
These
Be able to
areas are
experience
known
things
for
like this.
landslide
There's my runway.
activity. At the base of the slope is the Cowie-Man River.
Let's put the approach on.
Seattle traffic, Cub November 124 Yankee, request flight following. Seattle traffic. Seattle traffic, Cub November 124 Yankee, Seattle Tower, can you give me that squawk one more time, please?
Cub 24 Yankee, squawk 1721 and ident.
Seattle approach 541 Juliet Tango. We'd like to go ahead and cancel IFR.
Yeah, Yeah. No, I really enjoy this. Thank you both for hanging out with me. Hopefully I can land now. I was like, why am I below 900? And that's because I've got the glide slope on. Yeah, this was pretty cool. I'll fly it myself. So using the glide slope, I still had red. Why is that?
47 Romeo Charlie requesting IFR clearance to Tacoma.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Cleared Duress Olympia Dennis filed. Squawk 2412. Cessna 7 Romeo Charlie. Roger, climb and maintain 10,000. 7 Romeo Charlie.
See if we can turn off here without flipping over. Ooh. Stop right here, right here, right here, right here. Hold on. Let's see if we can get to... I don't know if anybody's working here. Ramp, are you working today? November Charlie, July 472. Would need some assistance.
I didn't copy that. Say again.
Can you send the follow me car to take me to the closest parking? Let's see if that works.
Ground the flight deck. Follow me car on the way to guide you to the closest parking.
Hey, Rendux, I remember what you told me yesterday. The guy's right there, so I don't know why this guy is taking me here. And he goes so fast. Let's just see where he takes me. I mean, I saw the marshal waiting for me, so that's why I'm wondering what's going to happen now with the intentions follow me car feature. Did they use the PG, the photogrammetry, in like natural landscapes like this, or is it more for like cities? Probably. I just like to check out these features so that when the devs ask me, look, it's going to take me right to the runway. See, it's using it's trying to do it for takeoff and not for parking. Yeah, see? We're just going to turn around. Yeah. Which is why I did it. I just wanted to see. Have either one of you flown to this airport? I've never been to this airport. Yeah, no, I remember you telling me that yesterday, and that's why I was like, okay, let's see if it actually works for Parkit. At least there's a fuel truck, because I burnt. God knows how much I burnt following that vehicle. I think I'm the only one here. So switch, did the dog get bacon today? I think my marshal's out here. Yeah, there he is. Nice. Well, that's where I'm going to keep my, when I come visit you guys in virtual world, this is where I'm going to fly to, one of my airports with my business class jets. Maybe I'll do that someday. I'll bring the CJ3. Okay. I didn't measure it. Are we sure? Oh, there's no marking. Okay, let's do that. So, airport. We're looking at parking. This is not it. Hold on. Let me get out of here. EFB. Okay, so my EFB. Let's see. Okay, this is a test, so let's see. That was runway 30. Okay, so Where did it come down on? Do they have the... Yeah, there you go. So runway 10R. Wait, this is... No, wait, I'm sorry. That was Portland. Hold on. Sorry about that. I was like, why are there so many runways? 10R, yeah. It's 4,385 feet. So runway 12, because since it's a single, it should be the same thing. Yep. There we go. Now, wait a minute. What is this elevation? What does that mean? That's not the elevation of the airport. 43. Well, since the for jet, but like a citation, CJ4, CJ3. I would have thought that the elevation would have been a lot higher. Since we came over those mountains. That's interesting. Gives me something to think about. So anyway. Okay, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Let's see. Pull that there. Turn that off. There's that. We'll store the plane with the left fuel valve there. All right, cool. Thank you both so much. Good seeing both of you. Till next time, I'll be on later this week. Maybe even this evening. I don't know. We'll just chilling. But Renduxy and Twitch, thank you again for your help and your knowledge. Till then, see ya. Good to know. Cool. All right. See you both. Enjoy that bacon.